Across the Goal Line, a sports podcast, with your host, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Luke Austin. You can find Across the Goal Line at ATGL16 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and be sure to subscribe on YouTube. If you are placing an order for merchandise, please email acrossthegoalline2016 at gmail.com. Links to all those sites are in the description below. Without further ado, here's your host, Luke Austin. Yeah, week 6 of the NFL season just wrapped up with Monday Night Football the other night with a decent game. Week 6 started with a good game, I thought, between the Eagles and Panthers down in Charlotte, and then ended on a good note with a decent game between the Colts and Titans on Monday Night Football. I went 7-3. I was happy that I did better than I did the week before, bringing my record on the year to a 500 record at 30-30. I will be picking some more games in this video. Be previewing week 7 with some pretty good games. The Chiefs and Raiders play Thursday night. Cardinals and Rams play Sunday afternoon. Ezekiel Elliott suspended, not supposed to play. Then he was supposed to play, allowed to play, suspended again, but now he is allowed to play. So Ezekiel Elliott should be playing for the Cowboys come Sunday afternoon when they travel to Santa Clara to play the 49ers. And then on Sunday Night Football, we have a Super Bowl 51 rematch between the Atlanta Falcons and New England Patriots. Hopefully the Falcons will quit blowing leads and maybe win a game for once, as they blew a game this past weekend again at home against the Miami Dolphins and lost that game by a score of 20-17. As I said, I went 7-3. I'm happy. I'm going to run through the games that I picked. Before I do, if you haven't already, Across the Goal Line, all social media, links are in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new intro. Hopefully you guys like the new profile picture that you're currently looking at on YouTube. So that is our new profile picture for Across the Goal Line. Trying to change things up, get a fresh start, whether it's in the middle of the football season or not. But anyways, NFL Week 7 predictions coming up here shortly, but I will recap Week 6 before I do that. So I actually did my Week 6 predictions this past Sunday, if you watched that video, Sunday morning, right before the game started, so I did not preview last Thursday night game between the Eagles and Panthers. I said in that Week 6 predictions video that the Eagles won by a score of 28-23. So I'll say it again in my Week 7 predictions because I'm recapping Week 6. The Eagles defeated the Panthers 28-23. The Patriots then defeated the Jets 24-17. The Dolphins came back. As I said, the Falcons blew another lead, and the Dolphins won 20-17. The Bears and Mitch Trubisky, as I said, they'd go into Baltimore and win. They did that. They won in overtime 27-24. The Vikings defeated the Packers 23-10. Aaron Rodgers more than likely done for the year now with a broken collarbone. He did break his left collarbone in 2013, while this is his right collarbone, his throwing arm, throwing shoulder. In 2013, he only missed 7 games. He'll probably miss, as I said, the rest of the year. They do have Brett Hundley, who has been in the system for a number of years, so I will not be surprised if the Packers keep winning and win the NFC North with him, make the playoffs. Once they get to the playoffs, so they'll probably end up losing, but at the same time, the Packers could suck the rest of the year. We'll have to see come Sunday. The Saints then defeated the Lions in a shootout as I said, and I almost got the score correct as well. I said the Saints would defeat the Lions 52 to 49. They defeated the Lions 52 to 38. So I was off there by a little. The Lions didn't put up as many points as what I thought they would. The Saints, they did though, spot on. So the Steelers went to Kansas City then, defeated the Chiefs 19-13. Cardinals beat the Buccaneers 38-33 in Adrian Peterson's first game as a Cardinal. He ran for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. More yards and more touchdowns in one game this year with the Cardinals than what he had in 4 games with the Saints also this season. Rams defeated the Jaguars. It shows you what a system can do to a player. The Rams defeated the Jaguars 27-17. Giants, the 0-5 Giants, defeated the Broncos 23-10. They are now 1-5, leaving the Cleveland Browns and San Francisco 49ers as the only 0-6 teams in the NFL. And then the Titans defeated the Colts on Monday night 29-22. Biggest upset obviously has to be that Giants-Broncos game. The Giants were 0-5 going in. They pick up the win over the Broncos. And then the best game, Steelers-Chiefs, is real close. Mostly throughout the whole game, I thought. Pittsburgh, I thought they got lucky though. Kansas City did chances, they just didn't execute. And the Steelers gave the Chiefs their first loss. So there is no undefeated teams anymore in the NFL this season. Teams that impressed, Giants, they're 0-5, they win. Disappointed the Falcons, they blew another lead. So there's not much more I can say to that. This weekend then, Thursday Night Football is on October the 19th. Games on Sunday are on the 22nd, and Monday Night Football is October 23rd for Week 7. Detroit and Houston have byes this week, so they will not be playing. The Chiefs then go to Oakland for Thursday Night Football. Derek Carr came back last week for the Raiders. They ended up losing to the Chargers on a game-winning field goal. The Chiefs are coming off a loss to Pittsburgh. Now they got to travel on the road to a tough division conference rival. And, Derek Carr's in his second game back now. I look to, see Oakland winning this game and look to them getting back on track and playing their type of football that they're used to and getting back to their winning ways. Hopefully to bring their record to 3-4. They're sitting at 2-4 right now. So I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders over the Chiefs on Thursday night. Jets then go to Miami. These two teams played in Week 2. The Jets won 20-6. I got to take the Jets again. The Panthers then go to the Bears in a game of John Fox teams. He coached the Panthers for a number of years. Took them to Super Bowl 38 when they came up a field goal short of winning that game against the Patriots due to Adam Vinatieri kicking a game-winning field goal. Now he's the head coach for the Bears after a stint with the Broncos, leading them to the Super Bowl as well. So, now all he has to do, he also lost the Super Bowl with the Broncos. So now all he has to do is take the Bears to the Super Bowl and lose, and his career will be he'll be a Hall of Fame coach. In dead people's minds, or people that are crazy and don't understand the game of football mind. So I was joking, obviously, if you didn't get the gist. Of what I was saying. So Panthers, Bears, Carolina coming off that loss to Philly. You got to go on the road now to Chicago, coming off a big win against Baltimore. What the hell, I'll take the Chicago Bears. Saints then go to Green Bay. This would be a really, really good game if Aaron Rodgers was playing. It would be Drew Brees against Aaron Rodgers. Would be a shootout. Rodgers isn't going to be playing. It is in Green Bay at Lambeau. The Packers, they really... I don't know if, they're going to be able to play without Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees is probably going to throw for 250, maybe 300, a couple touchdowns. We'll have to see how Brett Hundley plays. He played all right in relief last week in Minnesota against the Vikings, but I'm going to take the Saints just to be safe. I know they're going on the road. I'm going to take the Saints just to be safe for this week, and then I'll see how the Packers play, and then I'll decide if I'm going to pick the Packers anymore this year. But you got to take it one game at a time. So I'll let you know what I think about the Packers and Brett Hundley next week. The Cardinals then go to LA to play the Rams. I think this will be a good game, maybe the game of the week. Maybe the best game for me next week. We'll have to see. NFC West showdown. Normally, this game is, a game that I could care less about. But the Rams, they are 4-2. The Cardinals, I think they're getting back on track. They really haven't had a run game all year with David Johnson going down week 1. That really screwed up my fantasy season for my one league. And then I also had Aaron Rodgers in that same league. Now my season is completely done for and over with due to the fact 2 of my top 3 picks are injured and done for the season. But enough with that. Cardinals get Adrian Peterson now. They looked good last week against Tampa Bay. Peterson against Gurley, 2 of the best running backs to come out of college into the NFL in the past 10 years. Both defenses are good. Both defenses are gonna have to stop their run. Carson Palmer, being the veteran quarterback over Jared Goff, he'll make some more plays. I got to take Arizona over LA. Cincinnati goes to Pittsburgh then at 4:25. I got to take Pittsburgh. Dallas then goes to San Francisco. I do have San Francisco down in my notes to win. I did these predictions before news broke that Ezekiel Elliott was not suspended then and he was going to play. I will switch it back to Dallas if he does play. But for the time being, I am going to pick the San Francisco 49ers at home. They've looked good in the past couple weeks, making a quarterback change at C.J. Beathard, the rookie C.J. Beathard. And, they've had their ups and downs. They're 0-6, obviously. Going to get one of the top picks in the next year's draft, which, by the way, news broke today that the 2018 NFL Draft will be held in Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Texas, at AT&T Stadium, Jerry World, where the Dallas Cowboys play at. So I thought that was pretty cool that they're going to have the draft next year at a football stadium for the first time ever. Hopefully they don't have any empty seats because that would be a bad look for the NFL. But, we'll have to see how that turns out. Draft's not till the end of April. We still got half the season left and then the playoffs. So, as I said, the 49ers might get the top pick, but I think they're really, really close to picking up a win. I saw a stat. All their losses have been decided by 11 points or less, which, is really, saying that they're in it, but then come late in the game, they just, with less than 5 minutes left, I'd say, they just don't know how to play anymore. It's like they played for 55 minutes, but don't, and then the other 5 minutes, they just, game's over already. We're going to lose, and let's move on to the next week. But, at Dallas, it's going to be a tough test, but I think San Francisco picks up the upset. Whether or not, I'm going to say this now, and I'm not going to change my pick then, whether or not Ezekiel Elliott will play or not, San Francisco 49ers will beat the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. Seattle then goes to the New York Football Giants. Cross-country trip. Last time Seattle came to the New York City area, East Rutherford, New Jersey, where both the Giants and Jets play at. The Seahawks lost to the Jets. So their only win in recent memory at this stadium was Super Bowl 48 against the John Fox and Peyton Manning led Denver Broncos. I think the Giants pick up their second win and go to 2-5. And then Sunday night in a Super Bowl 51 rematch, as I said, the Atlanta Falcons go to New England to play the Patriots. Hopefully New England doesn't get down 28-3 and then has to come back and win. I mean, if they did, it's only one game. It's not like it is the Super Bowl. It's just a regular season game. And it's still early too, so even if they did give up the lead in the AFC East with the Jets and Dolphins and Bills being above average this year, they could still get it back and still win the division at the end of the year. I'm leaning towards New England playing at home Sunday night. New England, the last time they played a Sunday night game, I believe, was against Seattle last year, and they lost, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I just got to take Tom Brady. He's a 5-time Super Bowl champion. He's defeated Matt Ryan before, obviously in Super Bowl 51, due to that comeback. But I think Brady outplays Rodgers, throws for more yards, more touchdowns. The Patriots make more plays and defeat the Falcons on Sunday night. And then Monday Night Football, a great game in the NFC East. Washington goes to Philadelphia and plays the Eagles. So the Redskins, who knows about Kirk Cousins come season's end, but I think he makes plays. The younger quarterback in this game, though, Carson Wentz, makes more plays. Philadelphia defeats Washington on Monday Night Football. I know I'll be watching most of these games. I'll be watching most of these games. I'll watch Thursday night. I'll watch the Steelers on Sunday afternoon, and I'll watch Sunday night and Monday Night Football. And then what other two games are on Sunday around lunchtime, I will watch those as well. Saturday, though, if you didn't watch my Week 8 college football prediction video yet, I'm not going to be watching any college football on Saturday. I will be over in State College, Happy Valley. College Game Day is going to be there for Michigan and Penn State. I will be at that game as well. So next week I'll try to, do my best with recapping Week 8 of the college football season and then trying to decide on who played good and who didn't. But this is Week 7 NFL predictions, so be sure to give it a like down below. Let me know what you guys think about my predictions, and let me know what you guys think about the new logo for Across the Goal Line, the new intro, and everything else. And then also be sure to keep an eye out for WWE TLC predictions, as WWE TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs is this Sunday on the WWE Network, which if you haven't already subscribed to the WWE Network, it's only $9.99 a month. So go subscribe if you haven't already. I will be giving predictions for that as well in another video, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And I will see everybody next time.